project management moves work forward. Governance decides whether that work is still the right work. If a project has no clear decision rights, no escalation path, and no standard for quality, then every delay becomes a debate and every risk becomes a surprise. Governance is not bureaucracy. It is the system that formalizes control, process, and accountability so project decisions stay aligned with business goals. Plain English version. Governance is how an organization makes important decisions, communicates them, and holds people accountable for results. In project management, that means deciding who can approve scope changes, who owns risk, who accepts trade-offs, what standards must be followed, and how stakeholders stay informed. The reference book makes a useful distinction. Governance creates the formal controls and accountabilities that let specific results and standards be sustained. Many projects do not fail because nobody worked hard. They fail because nobody governed the hard decisions. Scope grows without a business owner accepting cost. Requirements change without a change process. Data is moved, transformed, or reported without ownership for quality. The team may be busy, but busy is not the same as controlled. Governance turns hidden assumptions into visible decisions. Data governance gives project managers a strong model. The book emphasizes that good governance depends on the right people in the right roles, agreed policies and procedures, stakeholder engagement, communication, monitoring, and continuous improvement. Those same ideas apply to project governance. A project needs a sponsor, accountable owners, decision forums, documented standards, and measures that show whether the project is producing business value. Start with decision rights. Who approves business value? Usually the sponsor or steering committee. Who owns the risk? The business owner who receives the benefit or impact. Who executes the work? The project team. Who must be consulted? Security, legal, compliance, operations, data owners, and affected business units. Without this map, project managers get trapped between responsibility for delivery and no authority to resolve trade-offs. Governance should not be just more meetings. It should create gates with evidence. Before design begins, confirm the business objective. Before build, confirm requirements, risk, and ownership. Before launch, confirm readiness, support data quality, controls, and acceptance criteria. The data governance reference describes projects moving through milestones and gates from idea to design, development, testing, preparation, and delivery. Use that same gate logic for project control. Change control is where governance becomes practical. A change request should not be handled by the loudest stakeholder or the fastest Slack message. Root it through impact assessment, risk review, budget or schedule effect, owner decision, and a recorded outcome. The book describes governance as a change management mechanism for data. In projects, governance as a change management mechanism for data. In projects, governance is a change management mechanism for scope, risk, quality, and decisions. Governance depends on communication. Status reports are not paperwork if they show the right signals, decisions needed, risks above tolerance, unresolved dependencies, quality issues, and value delivered. The data governance reference warns that strong programs need ongoing communication after launch, not just a big kickoff. Projects need the same habit. Communicate to create decisions, not to decorate a dashboard. Project governance needs better metrics than percent complete. Percent complete can look good while decisions are stuck. Track decision age, unresolved risks, change volume, defect trends, data quality, stakeholder acceptance, benefit confidence, and readiness. The book connects governance monitoring with value, policies, security, compliance, and issue alerts. For project management, metrics should tell leaders where intervention is needed before the project drifts. Scenario: a company is launching a new customer relationship management system. Sales wants to launch next month. Operations says customer records are duplicated and unreliable. Compliance says consent fields are inconsistent. The project manager can push the team harder, but that does not solve ownership. The governance move is to escalate the decision with evidence, data quality risk, business impact, remediation options, accountable owner, and launch trade-off. Knowledge check. In that CRM scenario, what should the project manager do first? A. Push the team to work overtime and keep the launch date. B. Escalate an evidence-based decision to the sponsor or governance forum with risk, impact, options, and ownership. C. Skip data cleanup until after launch. D. Let the software vendor decide whether the data is acceptable. Best answer B. The project manager should not personally accept business and compliance risk just to protect a date. Governance means the right owner makes the right decision using the right evidence. Overtime may help after the decision, but it is not the first governance action. Skipping cleanup hides risk. Letting the vendor decide transfers a business accountability to the wrong party. Use a simple 5-part framework. 1. Decision rights, so everyone knows who approves what. 2. Stage gates, so evidence is checked before the next phase. 3. Change control, so trade-offs are visible. 4. Communication loops, so issues become decisions. 5. Governance metrics, so leaders can see value, risk, and accountability. This is how governance supports delivery instead of slowing it down. The common mistake is confusing governance with approval theater. If every decision needs 10 signatures but nobody owns the result, that is not governance. If every status meeting reports green while risks are unresolved, that is not governance. Good governance is lightweight enough to use, strong enough to create accountability, and clear enough that decisions do not have to be reinvented every week. Bottom line, governance in project management is the operating system for decisions. It aligns work to business value. It makes ownership visible. It sets gates, policies, communication, and metrics. And it helps project managers avoid becoming the person who carries every unresolved decision alone. If you manage projects, do not ask only, are we on schedule? Ask, are we governed well enough to succeed?